New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Campus police officer and a campus safety officer had their lives taken during a shooting at the Virginia College Tuesday afternoon after responding to reports of a suspicious person on campus. Multiple agencies responded to Bridgewater College in Bridgewater following a report of an active shooter around 1:20 p.m. local time. The two officers were responding to a call of a suspicious male individual on the grounds of the college's Memorial Hall. After a brief interaction, the suspect opened fire, striking both of the officers. The suspect then fled on foot and was apprehended about half an hour later off campus. Officers followed the suspect after he waded into the North River onto an island in the river and was taken into custody without incident. The two officers later passed from their injuries. They were identified by the college's president as campus police officer John Painter and campus safety officer J.J. Jefferson. Quote, "Today, our campus community experienced unspeakable tragedy. Two members of our Bridgewater College family were senselessly and violently taken away from us. This is a sad and dark day for Bridgewater College. I know we all have so many questions and not so many answers." The officers were known as the dynamic duo. They were very close friends. Painter was Jefferson's best man at his wedding a year ago. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin ordered the flag in the state to be flown at half-staff Wednesday, quote, "in respect and memory for those officers." The suspect was later identified by authorities as 27-year-old Alexander Wyatt Campbell of Ashland, Virginia. He has been charged with 4 felonies, 2 counts of capital murder, 1 count of first-degree murder, and 1 count of use of a firearm in commission of a felon. And he is to be held without bond at the Rockingham County Jail. Campbell was treated for non-life-threatening gunshot wound later. It is also still unclear if he was hit by Painter, who was the only one of the 2 officers armed during the time, or if it was self-inflicted. Multiple firearms associated with Campbell were discovered on and off campus and seized as evidence. Virginia State Police did not comment on Campbell's relationship with the college, but Glear stated that several college employees called 911 after seeing the suspect in and around Memorial Hall. Quote, "He was not supposed to be in this particular location." So yet again, the same thing that was going on last year and a year before and so on and so on and so on. Well, technically, I'm sorry. Due to the pandemic, a lot of these things have technically slowed down a lot. So technically during the first year of the pandemic and then the previous years before that, this was pretty much an everyday common occurrence, or at least a weekly or a monthly occurrence that would tend to pop up, right? So I guess since everything is in a sense subsiding, or people are pretty much used to everything that's going on at this moment in time, now you have this in a sense starting back up. And my thing about this is they knew that he wasn't supposed to be there. I'm pretty sure other people knew that he wasn't supposed to be there, but because he's a part of the reflective majority, nobody pretty much batted an eye up until it's too late. And this is when you basically hear everything. We're like, oh, he wasn't supposed to be there. People talked about a suspicious person being here. He was there for more than likely quite some time. It wasn't like he just instantly teleported and just showed up there. He was there walking around, right? Which means that, like I said before, other people more than likely saw him at that location, but just did not bat an eye, didn't report it, was minding their own business, or just plainly did not care. So I'm pretty sure a lot of those people now who are sitting by quietly in the shadows that knew that he was supposed to be there, I'm pretty sure they're just sitting back there like, well, I wish I could have, maybe if I would have, like I said, hindsight is 2020. Like how people would normally tell you, if you see something, say something. A lot of individuals who more than likely saw him should have said something as soon as he was there. That would have basically, you know, made sure that the loss of life that occurred would have never occurred in the first place. Things would have been fixed, from the very beginning. He would have been apprehended from the very beginning. Obviously, he has a vendetta with the police, or other individuals that are directly on campus, because I'm not so sure that those two were the main ones that he was going for specifically. It was just the fact that they were doing their job and they were doing the things that they felt that they were supposed to do at that given time. And, inevitably, they ended up suffering a loss of life, right? From the both of them by way of him. So more than likely, they're going to ask some questions and they're going to figure out a motive. They're going to try to, see if he had any type of acquaintances, if there were any, in a sense, any type of bullies, right? Individuals that he had some type of issues with, or, what have you. Because usually what happens with a lot of these cases is that these are individuals, right, who end up having issues at home, issues with family, issues with relationships, or issues with people on campus, right? And like I said, this is not me giving some type of excuse. This is me just listing the examples of different things that have taken place and the reasons, right, of what they would try to state as to why it is that they decided to commit to the actions that you see took here at the Bridgewater College campus. And the other thing that I also want to point out is the fact that, of course, he ended up being captured alive. He took down 2 officers and he was captured alive. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in. And they got him pretty much, didn't even harm him. No pepper spray, no taser, no canine unit. They didn't have, snipers on the roofs. They didn't have any of that. They just magically apprehended him, like it was no issue. And then they clearly just took him in. No bruises, no nothing. He the same way he was on campus is the same way he showed up directly on this mugshot. Like I said, and too many times they try to paint the African American community as the number one suspects who try to go out there and go after the police every single time, when realistically it's not us. 9 times out of 10, when you just so happen to look at it, they're going to have, just like this guy here, they're going to have more interactions with police, in a sense, than black people, in a sense, right? But, like I said, I'm just saying the simple fact that this happens every single time. They end up taking the lives of officers and nothing happens to them at all. At all. But yet, black people are the ones that get demonized. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But, it's sad that, both of those officers ended up losing their life. They, in a sense, they did what they were supposed to do, what their job entailed, which is them risking their lives for other people. So the sacrifices they made inevitably saved the lives of, 10, 20, or whatever amount of people from potentially having their lives taken or being injured by way of this suspect here. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.